Today we're taking a look at the coolest man ever. This guy likes to live life on the wild side, you know. He lives constantly in the danger zone. He's not in danger, he is the danger. And his name is Sonny Puzikas. And Mr. Pussycats here was a former Soviet Spetsnaz operative and now is a firearms training instructor. And it's my belief that this guy isn't even human. I think he was made in Professor Utonium's laboratory when he combined testosterone, the Second Amendment, and then dumped a whole bunch of Russian on top. Because this guy is the ultimate badass.
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
So you put the weapon on its magazine and you do your push-ups on the weapon.
Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting.
But let's go ahead and check out this clip on his YouTube channel from the video Just the Tip, Just for a Minute. Pretty poor phrasing on that title. I don't know if he intended to do that, but all sexual innuendos aside, let's go ahead and watch this video.
And I'll show you the mechanics. So here we go.
All right. Okay. He's spinning. The good old 360 no scope. He's in a COD lobby right now. Oh, we get the replay too in black and white and slow-mo. Just in case you blinked and missed it kind of thing, you know, because he's moving so fast. He's twirling like a helicopter blade. Okay, so now I guess he's shooting this time. Okay, so we get to see it in live action with live ammunition. So, another recap. My bad, I was about to pause it. We're getting another slow-mo recap from a different angle. Okay, so he pulls out the gun. There's a secondary. One shot. Two shots. Ooh. Let's go. Let's go. So he didn't actually do the full 360, you know, ballerina with an AK-47 maneuver when he had live ammunition he was firing off. But I presume he also had the guns loaded when he was doing it the first time as an example, which is kind of dangerous considering the camera was moving. So that means there's a cameraman there behind the camera filming this. So when he was spinning around doing his 360 no-scopes, he could have shot the cameraman, which kind of seems unsafe, if you ask me. But this guy, he lives on the dangerous side, you know. Welcome to the danger zone, baby. He is the danger. But I'm not trying to throw a monkey wrench in this and be a stick in the mud or whatever, being like, oh, think of the safety risk involved. He could have shot somebody. And while he did shoot somebody, but that's coming up later, I just thought this was very goofy, and I wanted to talk about it and make a video on it. Although I would never say any of this stuff to this guy's face. I may stand at a towering 5'9" and have this beefy 150-pound frame, but I'm pretty much only a threat at an elementary school, and that's about it. But the backstory behind that maneuver, he didn't just whip it out to flex on camera that he can shoot guns or whatever. Apparently, he said this happened to somebody that he knows. He didn't say a name. He just was very vague about that. I guess he doesn't want to release the information or whatever. Top secret, classified, you know, Soviet stuff. But he said that he knew the guy that did this in the battlefield while enemies were surrounding him. He did this maneuver, and I guess he got out alive to tell the tale. Or maybe he made this all up just to sound cool and then get this dude to perform it on camera. Who knows? But if he really did do that on camera and then get out of that situation by just spinning like a helicopter and blindly firing at people, that's impressive. That's action movie worthy right there.
This skill was born due to the real situation that happened to a certain individual in a certain part of the world few maybe years, maybe decades back. We will not discuss the details.
But after seeing him shoot those guns in a way that I imagine the Tasmanian Devil shoots a gun, it reminded me of this video in specific where this range instructor fires off a .44 Magnum completely by accident and then tries to play it off all cool.
Bring your hand underneath the trigger guard and roll your palms together. So both your hands are going to sit on the left hand side.
Yeah, already this I would not trust this guy.
Out. Both your arms. You're going to push with your right and pull with your left. Focus on that front sight tip. Now, if you want on this .44 Magnum, you can shoot it single action. Like trigger pull.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah.
Did you mean to do that? Yeah. I always fire a warning shot into the ceiling to warn the dummies down range that we're about to shoot at him. It's just something I do. I want to look at that recoil, though. Watch the recoil when he shoots it. It almost smacks him in the face. That's how you know he's so unprepared for it to go off.
You can shoot it single action.
Look at
Like trigger pull.
Did you mean to do that?
that guy's face. That's such a great video. I love that video. But anyways, let's get back to Sonny Puzikas here. And this is a bit of a highlight montage I wanted to show you of him, you know, going around doing some cool stuff with guns. Okay. Oh, a little
Movement
spin.
has to be energy efficient, quiet, and allow for immediate change in direction, mode, and speed.
Oh, okay. A roll into a... Oh, into prone. Dang, they need to add these movements into COD, bro. Okay, so I have a main question here. In what situation, in what circumstance, I guess, would rolling and then going prone be useful in a battlefield? Is that actually putting you in a tactical advantage? Like, if you get shot at and then you roll, is that going to throw the enemy off? They're going to be like, oh, he just rolled. I can't hit him now. My accuracy's thrown off. I just feel like there's much more efficient ways to get out of the way. Like, if someone shoots at you or you need to move, don't just roll and go prone. Just, like, dive, fall down. You know, play dead, Andy's coming or whatever. I just don't, I don't know. I've never been in the army or in a gunfight, so I don't know. This guy probably knows more than me, but I just feels kind of silly to do that.
Movement could be used in any combination involving all...
You can't tell me that this has any practical use in the battlefield. What does this do besides disorient you for a second after you tuck and roll? Look at this. Someone's in front of you, you roll at them, they're just gonna shoot you. It just gives you like a 2-second interval to where you can't do anything because you're upside down.
Movement could be used in any
Turn into a
combination
whirlipede.
involving all planes of three-dimensional realm. To change elevation,
Yeah, like this stuff looks
lateral
fun, like
shifting,
just
or
moving
distance
around,
control.
surveying the area,
Developing
crouching,
solid
whatever.
and
But
relaxed natural movement is
these, like
especially
a
crucial
backwards
for
roll
close
into
quarters
prone.
war.
Why would you need to do that? This just feels like a very 2000s, look how cool I am kind of montage. Like, I'm a Spetsnaz operative. I'm not belittling you, by the way. Don't come hunt me down, please. Thank you. It just feels like he's doing all this for the video's sake, you know, because it's what people are used to in video games and movies. People doing all these big, you know, flamboyant moves to get into position or whatever with their guns. I don't feel like this has any practical use. It just doesn't look like it, at least. Maybe the roll is a secret military technique they don't want you to know about or whatever. Maybe it's like one of those ad type of situations. It's like, doctors hate this guy for this one secret. Maybe it's like, the enemy forces hate this guy for this one simple secret. It's just like a picture of him rolling. I just don't see any point in moves like this unless you're obviously trying to hit some clips for your highlight reel, then by all means, go ahead. But now let's get to the last thing on this, which is the incident regarding him at a shooting range where someone was shot during his little course he was teaching. It wasn't one of the students, it was another one of his assistants that was helping him teach the course. And I'm not going to read all of this because it is quite a long thing to read. But basically, in summary, what I got from reading this, the owner of the range put this little thing out talking about the shooting, saying like his backstory, all that kind of stuff. And then here's what he said that Sonny said to him, which is, you know, our Spetsnaz dude. He said he was standing out front talking to students, and then number 41 was called out, and then 41 was the last student of that day, so he knew that was going to be the last shooter inside. So he heard the shooting stop, so he thought it was over. And then he said that he's going to do a run, and he heard someone behind him say, okay. So he didn't turn around to see who said okay, so he just went in to do a run, and then unbeknownst to him, there was an assistant in there. His name was Gene, and Gene was like beside the targets for whatever reason. Maybe he was like taking them down, but they were in a shooting house, which it's kind of like the training area in Call of Duty. You just go through, clear stuff, shoot targets, that kind of setting. So Sonny was going through and shooting these targets just to do a run, go through after the students are done. And he didn't know that Gene was there. And he shot 3 times around the first corner in the first room, from what I understand, and hit Sonny all 3 times. One time, I think it was his right hand. It was one of his hands that got shot. And then the other 2 bullets went into his stomach. Now, I don't think Gene died. I believe it said he didn't die. This happened back in 2012 as well. It said, I'm pretty sure that Gene was okay. He did have to go to the hospital, obviously, because he got shot 3 times. But as far as I can tell, he didn't actually kill someone. So it has a happy ending of sorts, but still not a good mark on your record as a firearms training instructor if you end up shooting somebody in one of your training sessions. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you and talk about. I just thought those videos were pretty funny. It kind of reminds me of that movie, what is it called, The Wanted, where they like move the gun in a direction and then shoot it and it curves the bullet in whatever direction the gun was moving. So like if you go that way, the bullet will curve to the right. I don't know. It's just very silly. It just felt very odd to watch. But other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out. Don't let your boyfriend or girlfriend see this video either, because they will leave you for Sonny. Anyone would be happy to have Sonny.